And it's insane because if you look at the business practices of Elsevier and Springer and Taylor and Francis Wiley, these big publishers, they do not share these principles, which we say underpin like good science and human values. And it kind of makes me a little bit sick when you see Elsevier say that they partner with the research community to empower open science. Like, what the bloody hell is that? It's just an outright lie, right? And we should be challenging them on this. And, thankfully, we are.
I was listening to some dark synth, which I'm still listening to, and it's a deep dark, but it's kind of a positive dark, kind of like the broken world of academia these days. So you have to really get in the mindset to be able to enter this very dark world, and it's dark at so many levels in intricate ways, and the more you understand it, the darker it gets, and it's soul crushing. And that's why most people are ignoring these problems, because they're just too difficult to swallow. But my job is just to report the facts and disseminate it to the public for people to know about. But I guess it is dark, and I'm actually bending over backwards to find the positive, and really sometimes even twist things around a little bit to make it seem like a small victory or some small achievement, because progress has been so slow and it's been so stifled and retarded. And you read these articles about the evil publishers from 2011 with really strong language and all this momentum and this grassroots movements and the librarians and the journalists and these nonprofits and these other initiatives. And 10 years later, basically almost no improvement. Though there are small improvements in open access overall, but they're still making billions of dollars in profits every year by blocking access to public papers, public research, publicly funded research. And that's why we're going to try, it's ambitious, but we're going to try different tactics, maybe more aggressive ones, maybe more personal attacks, which is inspired by just classic understanding of civil disobedience, I guess it could be put. It's too bad you can't hear what I'm hearing. Well, in the future, we can add it. Too many technical problems. So yeah, it's gonna be rough, but I'm inspired by people who came before me, other warriors like a Jon Tennant, which the video will be dedicated to, who was one of the rare persons who did attack the publishers with strong language.
And it's insane because if you look at the business practices of Elsevier and Springer and Taylor and Francis Wiley, these big publishers, they do not share these principles, which we say underpin like good science and human values. And it kind of makes me a little bit sick when you see Elsevier say that they partner with the research community to empower open science. Like, what the bloody hell is that? It's just an outright lie, right? And we should be challenging them on this. And, thankfully, we are.
And he kind of got in trouble, and we'll cover that, how the publishers really started targeting him using kind of personal tactics. So we're just going to use the same tactics back. And the truth's on our side and the law's on our side. But they have a lot more money and they have better lawyers, so it's a pretty honey badgery situation. David versus Goliath. But the stakes are so high and might as well give it a shot. The worst that can happen is, well, being sued. But the stakes are too high because blocking access to science actually kills people. It kills and harms millions, if not billions of people at all times, from people who can't treat their medical conditions because they don't have access to that scientific information. So that's almost manslaughter if you think about it. And the practice is also already illegal in France and soon Belgium. So you're quasi-criminal. Like, how do you call that? You're 20% criminal. Because it's only 20% of the countries. Well, not even. I'm being generous. So we'll cover that. But the broader story is much darker because there's then collusion between these racketeer publishers and the corporatized universities and the government funding agencies. It's important that you, the taxpayer, engage with the videos to increase their visibility. So please like or dislike videos, leave a comment regarding points of clarifications or other issues or topics you'd like us to cover. Leave comments pointing out any inaccuracies, mischaracterizations, errors. Finally, please consider making a donation so we can continue to create videos and achieve our goals of reforming research standards in academia. You can make a donation on our Patreon page, linked to my left, or by making a one-time PayPal donation, link in the video description. Thank you.